Hi everyone. I'm going to give you a Kriya for overcoming fear of intimacy. So we have the new moon in Scorpio and we have Mercury retrograde happening in Scorpio. So we're going to be in this Scorpio energy for some time. And we're going to start to, in the first week of December, we're going to start to, it's not going to be as intense, we'll say. But from now, this new moon in Scorpio to the first week of December, we're definitely going to be experiencing this Scorpio energy. So it's a lot of energy. Scorpio is a lot of energy, but it's a lot of deep unconscious, subconscious energy. So you're going to find stuff coming through. You're going to find emotions you didn't know you had. And you're like, where is this coming from? Why is there so much energy inside of me? But it feels a little bit dark, or it feels like negative. I'm like, where is this coming from? It's the unconscious and the subconscious is being amplified with this new moon in Scorpio. So Scorpio has to do with intimacy. So if you definitely have intimacy problems or issues, it's definitely going to be brought up for healing, right? Scorpio is definitely about sex and union, right? Sex is just simply, it is transformation. In the innocence of sex, it's for healing, right? It's for transformation, it's transforming these lower energies into higher energies. In such as sacred sexuality or tantric sexuality, it's very much about transmutating these lower energies. It could be fear of intimacy, it could be fear of oneself, it could be guilt, grief, whatever lower energies that that may cause blockages within us to truly connect with God, or connect with the God within, or the God within our partner. That sexual energy is used to basically create so much love. And that love basically, as we know, there's a heat, right? The sex creates a heat, right? So much love, it actually like burns through that. It burns through all of those blockages that are basically disconnecting us from God within the other person, and just the God of that is whatever you think of God, right? The universe or Brahman. So Scorpio wants to have no barriers. Scorpio wants to have no blockages when it comes to I to infinity, when it comes to union, and when it comes to vulnerability, right? And the strength of Scorpio is very fearless, especially when it comes to vulnerability of oneself and another. Now, the shadow side of Scorpio can be it can be deep fear of intimacy, right? So a lot of the Scorpio new moon and just the Scorpio in general is there to really help us accept our sexuality, right? Our desire, our passion for wanting to connect with God within ourselves, God within another through sexual union, or just even through eye gazing, or just friendship, right? And also to connect with God, that is the universe. And we want to experience. That's why we say Scorpio is about sex, right? Because it's about experience. I want to experience you, and I want to experience myself, right? And there's, especially in a love relationship, there's no greater sort of intimacy or bond or connection than to actually have to share that sexual experience, right? Sex is an experience, right? It's a very deep experience. Now, in our culture, sex is very numb for a lot of people, and there is no sense of intimacy, right? People, it's very, very desensitized, right? There's no sense of anything going on with some of our sex culture. But when we look at sex as the healing, right, in its more natural, innocent form, its true form, which is healing, right? It's healing. It's playful. It may be a little exotic, right? It may be very passionate, right? It creates a fire, and that fire is for healing. It helps us to burn through this sort of distance that we create within ourselves, within our partner, within our friends, within just people, and with God and with the universe. So this creates especially for intimacy, right? The intimacy issue. Right? So for those of you who have a fear of intimacy, I myself do have a fear of intimacy that is from childhood, but it's actually from past life. I've discovered in my sort of past life regression that I've had some I've harbored this intimacy concern way before this lifetime. It's been, and a lot of us have it in our root chakra, right? So for me, my first experience, say sexuality, it was very, very eye-opening, very, very triggering for me. I was a little bit overwhelmed by what actually came out. It's almost like I opened the door and I'm like, I don't want to open that door, I just want to shut it, right? Because when I opened that door to my root chakra, and when I went inside my root chakra into my sexual energy, I was like, oh my god, there's some things in there, there's some dark things in there, and I don't want to go in there, right? So, so basically I wanted to like shut the door, right? I just want to like, open the door, like, oh, no, let's shut it, because there's some dark things in there, like dark feelings that came about from my first experience of sex, that it was very overwhelming, and it took me a long time to really process it and to really heal it, because it was very heavy. Whatever it was past life. It was very, very heavy inside of me. So this is kind of a practice that I've done with myself, and it's a way for us to get more comfortable. As I am in my process, I'm sure many people who have sexual or vulnerable intimacy issues, it is a process, right? To feel safe. At first, you have to feel safe in your own skin, right? Before you can really feel safe with another person, because that's just gonna be a little bit too much, right? If you don't feel safe in your own skin, and you can't expect yourself to feel safe with this person, so it's like, it just creates a disconnect. So we're gonna go right into this Kriya for intimacy, right? To the first thing is to accept that I have, I have a fear of intimacy. We don't want to say I have intimacy issue or problem, right? Because we don't want to indulge in that. It's just I have an intimacy fear that I'm trying to work through, right? And especially if you guys have been through been molested or raped or anything. I mean, women, so many of us have this. I mean, I'm amazed by how many women in this world have this intimacy fear, right? A lot of women don't even realize it, right? They don't even realize it. But a lot of us do. A lot of us women, we have it. Okay? It's a lot on this planet. So in really accepting, recognizing that within ourselves, we can better kind of help our partner understand us, right? Because if we never communicate this part of ourselves that is very important, right? Because this is the part where we'll be sharing with a partner. The person's not going to know, right? They read our minds, but a lot of times, especially a man, you can't just, expect him to know. And as women, we're so sensitive and psychic, we kind of expect men to just know what we're thinking and feeling and what's going on with us internally and our deep, dark secrets. But men, they're denser. They don't have the woman system. They're a man. They don't have the woman system. They're psychic, but they don't have that heightened psychic ability that us women have, right? So when we really can express ourselves, right? I have a fear of intimacy that I'm working through, right? A man can better provide an environment in which you can best feel safe to unravel and to unfold. But in our culture, we don't express ourselves to each other. We have this quick gratification. I call it a bam bam see a ma'am. It's like bam bam see a ma'am, right? Bam bam see a ma'am, right? And it's very as we know, it's very immature, and it actually just keeps a lot of people immature. Like, I see people who are like late 20s, mid 30s, even going to 40s, and it's like bam, bam, see a man, and that they have that, and it crosses into their career, and it just creates this deep immaturity, right? But intimacy, in order to really go deep with someone, right? And deep is about acceptance, about unconditional love. It's about I see you as you are, you see me as we are. I mean, it's healing. You have to be emotionally mature, right? That bam bam see a ma'am. There is gonna be no sense of no sense of experience with this person, right? Bam bam see a ma'am. There's no experience in that. It's very much empty, right? So we're not in that, right? We're not in that quick gratification because we know it doesn't go anywhere, right? It doesn't go anywhere. So enough with the talking. Let's get into the Kriya. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do breath of fire. So we're going to pump the navel gently. And if you're pregnant or your first 3 days of your cycle, just do a long deep breath. Okay, my spine tall, as you see. My chest is open, my shoulders are rolled back, my chin is slightly tucked in. And I'm just going to do breath of fire, which is even inhale, exhale through the nose. And you can see my navel, my belly button, I'm kind of pressing it to my spine gently. So I'm not like vigorously trying to squeeze. I'm just doing a little pump to really awaken, right? Awaken this navel, awaken these lower chakras. Inhale through the nose. Squeeze up. Squeeze. Rectum, sex organ, navel, belly button, spine, tuck in the chin, press the tongue on the upper palate, really open up the chest, roll shoulders back, really feel that your heart is inflated. Let it go. Side out, inhale. Squeeze all the way up from the perineum to the head, the crown of the head to the perineum. Sip up more air. Side out. Last time. Squeeze up. Side out. So you're going to place your hands under your armpits like this. My thumb's out, and I'm kind of just like tucking it into my armpits. I'm rolling my shoulders up to my ear. I'm going to tuck in that chin. I'm just going to do natural, long, deep breathing through the nose. So really tucking that chin. Roll press the shoulders up. You're going to feel a stretch in the upper back. You're going to feel possibly some tinglings in your heart. Close your eyes and just relax. Your breathing will be just automatic, so allow yourself to breathe. Inhale through the nose. Squeeze up. Press the shoulders closer to the ears. Squeeze up. Side out. Bring the shoulders down. I'm going to come onto You're going to remain on your bottom, but you're going to bring your legs to you like this, like a little ball. You're going to grab, you can see, grab your forearms, kind of, like you're trying to get towards, so you're right on your your shins, and you're going to tuck your head in to your knees. Long, deep breathing through the nose, and really stretch the back of the neck. So long, deep breathing through the nose, and you should feel a stretch in the upper spine. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Okay, come seated. So you can do some sighs. Inhale through the nose, side out. Now you're going to place your hands interlocked like this behind your lower spine, the base of the spine, kind of pulling your shoulder blades together. So just kind of let it rest. So your shoulders are not squeezing so tight, they're resting. So not like this, just like this. Okay, so your shoulder blades are naturally kind of coming together, but you're not like squeezing, like you're not creating a physical pain. But the shoulders are rolled back and down so that your chest, your heart feels really tall, really high. Inhale through the nose, and you're going to pump the navel, and you're going to close your eyes looking down at the chin, the moon, the moon of your chin, the moon mound of your chin. Inhale, side out. So 1, 2, 3. On the outheld breath, on the outheld sigh, pump the navel. Inhale. Okay, so that's kind of the pattern. So 3 inhales, sigh it out. On the third sigh, hold the outheld breath, and then you're going to pump the navel, and you're going to be mentally reciting with each pump of the navel, sa ta na ma, sa ta na ma, and you're going to do 4 rounds of 2 satanama satanama. So 4 rounds of 8. Okay, satanama satanama. That's 1. Satanama satanama 2. Okay, and then so on and so forth. And then you're going to repeat. So here we go. So really inhale, must count to 4. The exhale, count to 4. Or satanama bit sa ta na ma. And on that outheld breath, press the tongue on the upper palate. Last round. Inhale. Squeeze the root lock, the chin lock. Press the tongue on the upper palate. Feel the energy moving up, healing, clearing out of the heart, out of the navel, out of the crown, side out. Bring the hands forward. Inhale through the nose. Count sa or 1, 2, 3, 4 or sa ta na ma. And on the side, 1, 2, 3, 4 sa ta na ma. This is one of my favorite breaths, so really getting the oceanic rhythm. So internally, I'm reciting sa ta na ma, sa ta na ma with each inhale and exhale. So we're going to do a unique breath. So we're going to inhale. So this time we're going to, you can count to 8, or we're going to do 2 rounds of Satanama. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the inhale. And you're going to visualize the air all the way at the crown of your head, as though you've pulled up the air from the perineum all the way to the crown of the head. And then you're going to mentally, with the held in breath, so pay attention, with the held in breath, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 2 rounds of Satanama. Then when you've done that, you're going to exhale, and you're going to exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 2 rounds of Satanama. And on the outheld breath, you're going to count to 8, or 2 rounds of Satanama. So hold the breath, count to 8 or 2 rounds Satanama. Press the tongue in the upper palate, tuck in the chin, have the chest wide, spine tall. Exhale. Last round. Inhale. Exhale, side up big. Make a little sound. Inhale. Side out big. Open the mouth a little bit. Inhale, side out, big, sort of cry out of the mouth. So I love that breath. It even goes deeper. So you're going to have your left hand over your navel. Actually, it's lower than your navel. So if you're a woman, it's like you're holding your, imagine if you have a pouch, okay, or if you have like a little kangaroo pouch, right? Your womb. See that as you're kind of holding your womb. So you're kind of holding your womb, okay? And your right hand, actually, excuse me, your right hand's going to be touching the womb. Your left hand is going to be out like this. And you're going to have your spine tall, your shoulders rolled back, your chest open, the chin slightly tucked in. The thumb is out like this. Okay, so kind of holding this. And you want to have this thumb out. The right thumb is kind of out. You see that? Or it's kind of up. Now it's not painfully, it's just kind of up a little bit. So it's not like this, just out a little bit, almost like it's covering your belly button. Right? It's touching your belly button right here. Think of it as the belly button, the umbilical cord, as basically your first lifeline. Your first lifeline was your umbilical cord, your first lifeline. Your first savior, right? The umbilical cord gave you the nutrients, was your savior. So we're going to use this particular mantra, and we're going to really call forth. So really place an intention. So close your eyes and really place an intention that you would like to open your root chakra, open your navel, right? As though you're literally opening up a door, right? You're opening up the chakra. It's almost like you want to go into the chakra. So visualize the root chakra, the navel, and you want to go into the chakra, right? And you're going to put into those two chakras a sound current. And this sound current is going to help you to overcome any sort of intimacy, fears of intimacy due to any sort of violation, attack, aggression, anything that really has you imbalanced in these two chakras. Most of us, vast majority, are extremely imbalanced in these two chakras. Okay? So just visualize you opening that door. The root chakra, visualize bright red. The navel, visualize orange. Just visualize you're kind of opening the door, you're walking into it fearlessly, because you are a fearless being. And you're going to use this mantra, and you're going to visualize like literally you're vibrating the root chakra in the navel. Literally, it's vibrating. Feel the vibration of your vocal cord in your heart, and feel it vibrating even deeper. So really have that vocal cord really amplify this mantra to the point where you can feel the vibration of it in your root navel chakras. So I'm speaking, right? I can feel the vibration. I can feel it in my head. I can feel it in my chest. But really imagine that, really feel that vibration at the root chakra and then in the navel, and really feel like you can actually hear your heartbeat in your navel, right? When you do a lot of navel work, you can actually feel the heartbeat in your navel, right? So feel that vibration of the mantra in the root. So feel it, if you're a woman, feel it in your womb, right? If you're a man, just feel it in that lower gut, right? That grit, the lower gut. And just feel it, really feel it dropping in, and feel it vibrating you, okay? Feel it vibrating. Satanama, 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 Satanama. Inhale. Exhale, side out. Now you've energized this left hand, right? You've put it out. Think of it like a wind, right? The resource wind, right? Power of wind, right? Your hand is kind of like taking in the wind. You're energizing your hand, okay? Just like those wind conductors that are taking in energy from the wind. So now you're going to place this left hand over the navel. You're going to have your thumbs like this. So it's kind of like over the belly button. See it like this, right? So the hands are not locked like this. Just have the left, the one that was up in the air, pressed into the womb, right? Kind of like almost like you feel like you have a pouch in your hand. And then the two thumbs are connecting, right? These two thumbs, and you should feel these two thumbs connecting right above the belly button. So it's almost like through this hole is the belly button, right? You see this hole? Almost visualize like an umbilical cord coming from the space between the thumb and the hand. It's like a umbilical cord. So the thumbs kind of pressed together. See that? Balancing out the hemispheres of the brain as well in this posture. And also balancing out the feminine and the masculine, right? The ego of the woman, the ego of the man, right? The thumb represents the ego. So we're really bringing the feminine, which is the left side, the left thumb, and the masculine, which is the right thumb. We're bringing both of, bringing our ego together, right? Bringing our ego into union with our soul, right? So that our ego is more collaborative and a teammate, an ally, a friend. So just long, deep breath through the nose. So naturally your eyes are going to roll back and they're going to go down to your navel because you're putting so much energy and emphasis on the root chakra in the navel. So naturally your eyes are going to drop down into it. Just long, deep breathing through the nose. Okay, now lifted hands all the way up, 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 and then just kind of shake and create a little bounce. So feel like a bounce, like your bottom, from the bottom all the way to the crown of your head, there's a little bounce. So really feel like you're jiggling out any sort of tension that you're having, that you're holding onto, and really like jiggle the upper body, but really feel a vibration from the root chakra all the way to the crown chakra. So create a little bounce, a little jiggle, a little shake, even move the thighs up and down. So feel a vibration in the whole body. So you have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and reach up, reach down, side out, bring right leg forward, left leg kind of tucked in, kind of press it towards that perineum. See this? Point your right leg and then grab your elbow like this. Elbows, kind of pressing yourself forward, keeping your spine tall, and close your eyes and long deep breath through the nose and really feel that your center, your left leg, you see my left hip is not lifting off the ground. Keeping my left hip on the ground. Really point the right leg. Really extend your energy out. Healing the navel in this posture. Again, keep your spine tall. Really lift from the crown up, as though there's a string from the top of your head lifting you up. So really try not to round your back like this. Really lift up. Right? Keep your spine tall. That's going to just give you a deeper stretch. Really tuck in that chin. Again, feel a string from the top of your head pulling you up. Like you're a puppet and everything is being pulled up. And just feel your navel. Again, the energy is rising from the navel all the way up. Feel the energy rise all the way to the crown of the head, and feel the energy release at the crown of the head, as though your crown of the head is wide open, and it's releasing any lower energies and just releasing it like dissipating cloud. Make sure your spine is tall, so do not round your back. Right? Make sure both of your hips are on the ground. So really find your center. Right? Your leg is, you see mine is touching the thigh towards the perineum, but I'm still even on both hips. I'm not lifting one hip. Okay, switch legs. So left leg out, right leg in. Both hips are on the ground. I'm pointing the left leg. I have my leg towards my perineum, grabbing both elbows, kind of pressing my chest towards my thighs. Keeping my spine tall, tucking my chin. Long deep breath through the nose. I'm really balancing this navel. So again, I'm not over like this. This is not going to help me. Really feel both hips on the ground, that you're center on both hips. You definitely may feel this in your back. That's wonderful. It means you're strengthening your back. Inhale. Exhale. Come seated. The last thing that we're going to do is going to have our hands on our crown chakra, right? Open up the kind of armpits, let the armpits, you can even shake the sort of shoulders, right? Up and down to kind of move and jiggle some stuff around. You can even create a little sigh, so you inhale and create a little sigh, and just really feel like the shoulders kind of up and down, and you're jiggling out the tension in the upper back and the shoulders, also in the neck. You're also jiggling out the tension in the breasts. So when you feel loose and limber, come still. So I have my hands kind of interlocked on top of my head, really feeling my armpits open, my chest open, tucking in my chin, so I'm not doing this. Tucking in that chin to the back of the neck. There's space in the back of the neck. So this is going to be an active meditation. So we worked on the root, now we're going to work on the crown, right? So we've opened the root chakra, so we've allowed some stuff to move and jiggle, right? You can even jiggle your bottom, and you can feel some of that sexual energy moving. See, even when you jiggle this lower body, you definitely feel energy unlocking. So this is what somatic shake is, when you're literally just shaking these areas open and loose. Just by doing 30 seconds of that, I can feel automatically I'm releasing tension or just stagnation in these areas that just need to be moved. So with the crown chakra, we're going to call in the Lakshmi, okay? Lakshmi is a very, very powerful goddess energy, very powerful feminine energy, that it can be very helpful for prosperity, right? Very prosperous feminine energy. And prosperity, when it comes to the vision of it, is very much the opening of the crown chakra. That's where we tend to receive the download, the message of prosperity, the vision that is prosperity is very radiant energy, right? Radiant a lot of times comes from this crown chakra, comes from this arc line, this halo around you. That's your radiant energy. So follow me. So long deep breath through the nose. And then kind of catch along with the chant when you feel ready. Lakshmi, 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 Akal. So Akal, like really think Akal and really feel like opening this whole space around your head, like just all this space that may be like tight. Like visualize your arc line like this and visualize Akal, like this whole sort of area just starts to open up from this tight sort of mental blocked energy to Akal. It all sort of just expands, right? Your psychomagnetic field just all of a sudden expands, and that sharpness, that tightness really opens up, and you start to feel like you're in a flow, right? You're more flowy in this area. Lakshmi, 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 Akal. 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 Inhale. Long and deep, squeeze up, squeeze the root lock, the chin lock, belly button to spine, squeeze up. Squeeze up the hands up, like this, armpits towards the head, squeeze, almost like you're squeezing the head with your arms. Sip up more air through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out, squeeze the arms to the head, inhale. Tuck in that chin, squeeze up as though you could levitate. The arms are pulling you up, like you're literally pulling yourself off the ground. Sip of more air, side out. Inhale, last time. Hold, let it go, let it rise. Any weight any fear, doubt, of insecurity, let it rise up, push it up. When you sigh it out, you're going to let it go. Bring the hands down. So there you go. That is a Kriya for fear of intimacy and overcoming the fear of intimacy. So this is a yogic science, right? There's many healing modalities for overcoming many things in life, and this just is one of many that you can add to your toolkit of how you can best face intimacy, okay, with yourself, because it starts within yourself, okay. Because what I've discovered is you will be triggered, especially of you guys who have experienced like molestation as a child or rape, any of that. You are going to be triggered, right? And when you are triggered, you're going to feel very scared. You're going to feel unsafe. You're going to want to run away, right? You're going to want to not talk about it. You want to just kind of push it to the side and just like maybe you feel embarrassed about it, right? Maybe you feel a little bit shamed. Maybe you feel like, what's wrong with me, right? Those are all things that I felt, and those are all things many women feel who have a fear of intimacy or any sort of trauma in the sexual energy body. But just know that the shame, the embarrassment, the feeling of being neglected or abandoned or left behind, right? All of that has to do with insecurity, all with the root chakra, right? We feel insecure in our root chakra. This Kriya is wonderful. It makes you feel safe, right? After it makes you feel safe, and also makes you feel more capable of handling your emotions and more capable of being expressive, right? Because the one thing about having a blocked or closed root chakra is that we lose our ability to express ourselves, right? To express our deeper self, right? We can intellectualize all day long, but the root chakra is our primal energy, right? Before we had chatty chat, right? We have more of a primal sort of language, and that is through the body language. And body language is the root chakra. Body language, it has been our primary sort of way of communication before we got into languages and the written form of what we have today. So using that primal sort of language, you become even more expressive, right? Your heart is articulation, but your root chakra is your self-expression. So when you have self-expression in your body language, like your body says it all, right? Your body says it all. You could articulate anything you desire, but your body language, it really gives you the extra oomph. It gives you the experience. When we experience life, a lot of times we experience it through our root chakra, through our navel, which is about being physical. Anything that we experience is a physical act, right? It's physical, everything. Even if it's intellectual, there's a level of physical experience of it. Like going out in the field and trying it and making it, and we want to make things. We want to be creative. We want to build things in life. That's why we're human. If we didn't want to build things, we wouldn't be human. We would be some sort of spirit guide or ancestor or some sort of, observer, like an ET or something like that, right? We're human because there's something we would like to make within our physical body, make in our external reality, make within a relationship. There's something we want to build. We want to build up this human life. And what the building blocks to our physical life, all that it has to do with our root chakra and our navel, right? That's where we make things happen, right? We articulate through the heart. We cognitively sort of evaluate and discern in the mind, but we actually make it happen through the navel and through the root chakra. That's the gut. I have the gut. I have the gut to do it. I have the gut to be in a relationship. I have the gut to exit a relationship. I have the gut to follow my dream. I have the gut to stand up for myself. I have the gut to claim my prosperity. I have the gut to love myself. I have the gut to learn something, either it's surfing or horseback riding. I have the gut. That's always something. I'm making something. I'm doing something. I'm building something. Either in my mind and just who I am, building myself up through this practice, building up a relationship, building up a career, just building up my maturity, right? my evolution. So when people have a very dormant or blocked root chakra or navel, they tend to not be very proactive. They can be procrastinators. They can be people who do not do what they say they're going to do, right? They have an idea, but they don't know how to actually do it, right? They don't have the gut, right? So when people lack gut, right, they lack the charisma, or they lack gut, right? The gut to actually do what they say, right? Or to actually make something or build something up, or leave a relationship they need to leave, right? The gut to leave, or be in a relationship they really like. Whoa, I would like to be in that. To have the gut to actually apply themselves, right? Usually when this area is dormant, people have a very difficult time to actually make a decision, right? Because they're all in the head, right? Or they're all in their heart, but they can't really seem to get it to actually move, or they can't actually get an experience, right, of it. It just becomes some sort of intellectual conversation, or just that, or becomes some sort of desire in the heart. But what really gives us the charisma to actually move forward, right? The gut to follow my dream, or the gut to take action upon my idea. It has to do with the strength of your root and the strength of your navel. So if it's dormant, a lot of time your ability to do is going to be very hush hush. It's going to be procrastination. It's going to be like, maybe I'm not going to, maybe not. It's going to be very wishy-washy. So when I see people who are very wishy-washy, I just look directly at their navel. I look directly at their root chakra, and I'm like, that's where it comes from. That's why you're wishy-washy, and that's why you procrastinate, and that's why you're passive-aggressive, and you don't really know what you want, and you're kind of all over the place, right? And that's fine to kind of be all over the place, but there always comes a point when we have to mature. We have to mature something in our lives, right? Because to mature is to actually see it come to fruition, right? Whatever it is, either it's a career, or either it's a relationship, either it's just our own health and our own wellness and our own spirituality, or it could even be our own contentment or peace, or making forgiveness for the childhood or the parents, right? There comes a point when we actually have to see it through, right? And the people that see it through, that let it come to fruition, usually have a sense of strong gut. And the gut is our second brain, right? It is our second brain. And the metabolism is known as the second brain. And that is a lot of times very, very active, right? We think our brain is like, woo, active, but our metabolism is very, very active. But the metabolism, what's different from that in the brain, is the metabolism is more of a doer, right? It's more of like, I am doing this. I'm flushing out this old energy. I'm flushing in new energy. Metabolism is very, very much a doer. So your second brain is very much like very proactive. It's very much a doer. While the thoughts, it's more so of just evaluating, right? Or belief system. Or it just kind of cognitively understanding and evaluating things, right? Taking in ideas, taking in other ideas, reinventing the ideas. But the metabolism is like, do. I gotta go, right? I'm going. I'm moving. That's the voice of metabolism. So when we get into that flow, when we start to feel metabolically vital and healthy and happy in our gut, right? We tend to have more of a gut with our life. I have more gut in the way that I can present myself, more gut in the way that I can go after that, or be in a relationship, or be honest, or do what I say I'm going to do, or to really have the courage, right? The courage. This whole practice, this yogic science is all about, from the ancient practice of it, has been about creating a warrior, creating a courageous person, a courageous human being who has dignity and nobility, right? So above all things, this yogic practice, a lot of times, from the ancient times, has been about creating a courageous, dignified, and noble human being, either that be a man or woman, right? Because only then that kind of person can actually find balance. Right? It takes a lot of courage, dignity, and nobility to actually find balance in life within yourself, to overcome the resentments and the discrimination and the disease and all of that kind of stuff that comes at you. It takes a lot of courage to find your balance, to find neutrality amongst all of that. So thank you for joining me, and Sat Nam.